G'day, mate, welcome back to Biter Battles with me, JD. So, Biter Battles. You might be asking, what is Biter Battles? Well, Biter Battles is a player versus enemy versus player scenario. When I say scenario, it's like a mod, but it's not a mod file you have to download. Everything's included in the save file. It's like a soft mod. So, biggest difference with this particular type of game is you have two teams. They are separated by this lovely lake we have right in the lovely river we have in the middle of the map, and the top half of the map and the bottom half of the map are mirrored, identical, completely identical. Everything on one side is exact same on the other side. On top of that, both teams have to defend their silo, and at the same time, they have to indirectly attack the other team. That is done by collecting up some science packs and using those science packs either in your labs to, produce science, to get bigger guns, or faster bullets, or thicker bullets, or heavier bullets, or basically a better way of dealing with the biters. The other option you have is, if you're a player, there is a lovely GUI up in the top left-hand corner, which you can take any science packs in your inventory, click on the GUI and throw the science packs at the other team. And when I say throw, it actually means that the science packs are consumed directly out of your inventory. The game chat gets a lovely little message down the bottom left-hand corner that blah blah has thrown so many packs and has caused so much increase to the other team's both evolution and threat. So evolution, we all understand evolution. Evolution is how bad the biters are going to be and how annoying they're going to be and how hard they are going to be to kill. Threat is a separate number. Threat is like a queue of how many biters are on their way. And as you'll see through the GUI as the game continues, that threat number going up and up and up means you go from small packs of biters to legions of biters to several legions of biters attacking your base at the same time. And these particular maps, this tournament, is a 5v5 tournament. Now, these maps are actually run by Comfy. So Comfy is a group of developers, I guess you might say, who write these interesting scenarios, giving you something different to do inside Factorio. And yes, they have built this scenario, wonderful scenario. Also, they update it from time to time. And on top of that, generally, I can't guarantee right now, but generally there is a public map out there that you can join. And you might find, well, often you'll find it's not 5v5, it's as many versus as many. The teams are balanced. The game does force balance in the teams. But occasionally you're going to find 20 players versus 20 players, which is chaotic to say the least. Anyway, with all that said, I'm going to leave you guys with this video. This is from a recent tournament where myself and Dr. Doof actually shoutcasted part 1, part 2, and part 3. You will find a link down in the description to a playlist if you want to see more Biter Battles. I've actually been covering Biter Battles for about 2 years now. It's been fun. It's been interesting. It's been intense. Intense is the words I'm going to use. At the same time, you will find a link to both my Twitch channel along with Dr. Doof's Twitch channel. If you want to go over there, give both of us a follow for future, who knows what, Factorio, non-Factorio, maybe even some Biter Battles thrown in. Anyway, with all that said, I'll leave you guys with the live stream.
All right, so now we take a look at the new map. Oh, look at all of that ore right along the river. That's going to really put a damper on things.
Oh, wow.
Because you're not going to be able to set up those massive burner farms that we usually see early game.
Okay, so swapped onto tournament mode. So there's obviously a change for tournament. And we have players moving now. Excellent. Okay, so we have... What's that? Not a lot of iron. Really, really not a lot of iron. A little bit of copper. Actually, they're way dense than what it was last match. And, oh, that's a lot of guns. There's a lot of guns along the right-hand side.
Oh, yeah, there is. Nice. That'll help with some of that early game defense.
Yeah.
But they're still going to have to feed it.
They've still got to feed it. But look, the early guns are really there to capture stray biters that are coming in at the sides. But in saying that, we can see that there's water on both sides. Yep. So maybe they're covered on both sides? Maybe?
Oof. That would mean defense would actually be relatively easy if that with that water there.
Yes, and there are a couple of rocks right at the top of the bottom of the map. So yeah, it's gonna be at least a quick start. We'll see how how long they survive.
Did you say you saw some big rocks? Because I'm not seeing them.
All the way down there. I have no idea if both teams can see our pings or not. In theory, they can't.
Okay, I see them now. Yeah, that's still a long way off. But hey, you know what?
Look, early game, running around Burner City, there's normally only enough resources for one person to do things, so... Yeah. And then the question is, will anybody pick up the concrete underneath the silo and use it to make running paths? Because that's a strategy we've seen in the past as well. Dividers even come in from the sides anymore. So, I know in the past, Comfy really pushed to have outposting happen and have biters come in from the sides. I know looking through some bits of the code, it looks like that the biters coming in from the side is still a thing. There's a body. There's a body with materials on it. Oh, well, there you go. That's what they start off with. So they start off with maybe some fish, 10 burner miner drills, 16 iron, 32 ammo, and 8 gears. That's a lot of starting resources.
Yeah, if I recall correctly, they started adding some of those bodies and just random things throughout the map. So those that choose to explore get some benefit out of it now.
Nothing? 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 I can't unfreeze. There we go.
All right, and we're off.
All right.
Looks like we have Team Plmla up on top and Team Roughnecks down below.
Oil right there. This is going to be a long match. If somebody gets flamethrowers up and running early, it's going to be a long match. Okay, so yeah, straight into those rocks. As I said, you'll find one player generally gets all the materials, maybe two. All right, gets all the materials early on to get Burner City up and running, and they're getting some coal up and running first. Okay. Oh, and Timbo's gone straight for the mixed patch in the south. They missed a rock.
To be fair, honestly, for the Burner City, yeah, it's good to have on the patch. It makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, you're standing right there, you might as well have mixed patch.
And you got everything you need right there.
Team South hasn't bothered with the rocks at all. Oh, we're already sending fish across, so that's another thing you can do. You can throw fish to the other side to spy on the other team. So then you'll get view of exactly what the other players are doing on the other team. Early game, very good idea. Throw across some fish and see what the other team's doing. And also, when the other team explores, you get to see the mirror image on your side. So you know more of your own map.
Burner City. Okay, I just did mention Burner City. At the beginning of the game, everything is burners. You'll see each team already has 20, 30, 40 burners set up. So it's lovingly referred to as Burner City. It's early game strategy to get as much material moving as quickly as possible. So you throw up these hundreds of burners. Before we see them actually creating some more permanent structures with the big miners, etc., you will literally see hundreds of burner mining drills and furnaces sitting on each of these ore patches.
Yeah, Burner City is what you really use. It's the first normally 5 to 30 minutes of the game. Oh wow, we got power set up in the north as well.
Well, it's ready to set up. It's not officially set up yet. The pump isn't. Oh yeah. No, it's there. It's there. You're right. It's there. It was just not how I expected it to be set up.
No, it's not how I expected it to be set up either. But it makes sense. So yeah, Team North is a set of speedrunners. Team South, from memory, has done a fair bit of biter battles matches in the past. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting match. Speedrunners definitely have the practice of getting things done in a hurry, Whereas Team South, who's hopefully done more Biter Battles matches, are more acclimated to doing, you know, this type of scenario, dealing with...
One thing...
Yep.
Yeah, one thing to keep in mind is speedrunners don't typically deal a lot with biters. There's very little biter interaction on a lot of speedruns.
Correct.
Whereas those that are very experienced on biter battles, they know they're going to get their butts kicked if they ignore defense. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting. We have our first biters coming in from the south. A couple spitters coming straight from the southeast, right around that little lake.
Hang on.
Right onto the stone pouch. And does Team North have the same thing?
They should have the same a second.
Oh, yep. They have. They came in and they got killed by a couple of turrets.
Okay, so
they already have that.
That was that's just standard evolution. So evolution is creeping up, but you shouldn't see spitters this early. Wow.
I think they just count biter. The small biter spitters are all right from the very beginning, as we see.
We have south side on the right-hand side. We have spitters wandering into that mixed ore patch.
Oh, yep. I see them. Do we have the same thing in the north? We can't really see because
eventually,
it's still in the fog of war.
Eventually, they'll get there. But yes,
maybe.
We're definitely going to have biters coming in from the sides. So we can see that, they're definitely covered on one side as far as water's concerned. So, you know, they don't have to worry about their west side. And then if they can get a nice little wall down to that lake, they could have a really narrow front they'd have to worry about. But yeah, biters are definitely going to come no longer just from the front. They're going to come around the side. Oh, wow, there's more coming in from the north. They're dead already because they're only small biters, and there are some guns there put down automatically. But yeah,
those biters are coming in really early compared to the way this used to run. In fact, we're already at 1.2% evolution.
And
I don't believe either team have thrown anything yet.
Is there?
In the past, if you threw fewer than 20, I don't think or fewer than 10 packs, it didn't register. But with the way evolution is, I think that's just natural evolution now.
Yeah. There might have been something thrown by North because the threat's a little bit offset, but I highly doubt it. I think that's just RNG.
Threat is based on killing the biters, though, too.
Correct.
So once you kill biters, threat goes down.
Yes. But yeah, we can always see North team is up running. They've gone big burner city. They've got some machines up and running, automating some things. They've automated red science already.
They've automated red science already.
Team South has got some red science up and running, but they have moved their guns around. They have repositioned their guns. They've probably already topped them up with extra ammo. So they're much more defensive early on.
Now, here's something interesting. Team South has two labs already running, so they are running their science. They're earning science 2 times, or they're getting their research done 2 times faster right now.
Yes. Oh wow.
So just as a reminder for those joining in, this is the Biter Battles Team Omni 8-team, well now 7-team tournament with a $500 top prize, and this action is going to be really quick. We do have a few commands.
And the South team has wrapped the back of their silo. Oh, wow. North, no. Okay. South team has wrapped the back of their silo with wooden boxes full of fish and wood and... I'm not sure why, but I'm sure there's an important reason. I mean, don't understand. We'll just leave it at that.
That does seem odd. Maybe it's just a quick grab. If you need it, you just grab it and go. So that's probably what that's for.
Maybe.
Because you're gonna need fish when you fight the biters. You might need wood to make power poles, and so you cleared them, you just put them in those boxes, it's good to go.
Maybe. It just seems odd to have lots of little boxes full of stuff.
You're not wrong.
Okay, so...
I don't see any attacks coming in at all right now.
South has got 3 labs, North has got 3 labs.
And looks like North is actually setting up their more permanent smelting line already.
Yes. Definitely, and they're moving the guns forward as well.
3 labs going. Look at that. 3 labs and automated.
The box.
Even Team North has three labs automated right now as well. Yeah, the key to winning this is the first person to flamethrowers pretty much wins.
Pretty much. Yeah. Flamethrowers are OP. They have been nerfed, and they've been nerfed, and they've been nerfed. They're still OP. Just saying.
Yes.
So no, we can't see production stats. We can click on the little science facts. We can see what research both teams are doing, but that's this early on is not going to really help us. No, research is pretty much the same.
Yeah, pretty much standard.
Hang on, steel, military 2. Okay, south has got guns really far back, and north is not worrying about gun turrets at all. Okay. We got a bit of an explore. Macros going out for a wander.
You still could do a prediction if a moderator wants to put that up. Now, one thing that... Oh, I guess they both set up their defense on their silo. Pretty much exactly the same. Just 2 turrets.
Yeah, they came with the 2 guns. So both those guns were there at spawn.
Okay.
Which is different. Different from previously. Previously, there'd be, there'd be nothing. There'd just be the guns ringed around the up front, around the outside, and then you would have to defend your silo. Oh wow, they've automated.
Now you can see Team North has explored to the east a little bit, and you're starting to see some actual decent patches.
Yes.
I'm almost surprised to see that they're still building their permanent stuff where there's no ore.
Look, honestly, given the maps, I would have probably started building the permanent stuff between the stone patch and the mixed ore patch, honestly. And then sort of wrap the factory up to the left, towards the silo. But yeah, Macros has gone out there and grabbed iron and run the longest belt in history and ran out of iron along the way. And then why go around
the big advantage of building right there in the middle is you do have your entire western flank pretty much
covered,
protected.
Yes.
Yep. So, and even the northeast flank. So you have much more limited area to be attacked from. In this case here, it's the north. Well, if you're looking at Team North, it's the northeast section and east. That's all you got to protect, and you're good to go. Landfill is not removed, but you cannot landfill across the river.
Correct.
You just cannot landfill across the river. The river is locked. You also cannot shoot across the river like you used to be able to shoot some rockets. That is not available. And of course, artillery has been disabled. And I believe nukes have been disabled.
Yeah. My attitude still, if you want to spend the science to get yourself nukes and artillery, go for it. I still think they should be enabled.
Oh, we got a big attack coming in from the upper left. And that was... Oh, we're going to lose a turret already. Upper left is going to lose a turret. And those are expensive to lose early game because it ran out of ammo.
They don't have the tech to replace them outright.
Correct. That's why they're super expensive early game, and they just pretty much ignored them. Oh, Pitt is now paying attention to it, but yeah, you've already lost 1 turret. They got to fill those things up.
And we can see North teams deconned a whole bunch of wall there, so they can walk through it, but biters can't. Although maybe small biters can because they fit through the gaps, but yeah. More importantly, the team is walking through the walls, right, where they want to, rather than having to find a gap. I don't know about this burner city strategy on the mixed ore.
Well, it looks like Timinator is doing his own thing. He's creating everything himself and working everything himself over here. The rest of the team is doing their main base strategy. So, again, not sure what the entire strategy is for that.
Yeah.
Now, we've seen some of this. One person goes off and does something, usually as a distraction for the biters. That's usually the person that's going out and attacking the biters, that they have their own stuff so they don't steal from the main base. Plus, it's closer to the action.
Yeah.
But I don't see that happen this time. Just what heck with it. I'm playing Escape solo. Although he does have a friend now. Voice Shard has come over and helped him out. So
Like, he's
see, but
producing
yeah,
brick, he's producing iron, copper. He started mass making burner miners and smelters, so he has got some basics up, right? Meanwhile, their starting patches are pretty much covered. Like, there's not a lot of room left.
Same thing on Team North, the PLMLA. Their entire starting patches are pretty much covered. The only thing they haven't touched is that upper copper. Oh, big attack coming in to Team North.
7,
I don't
6,
see that same
no,
attack
0
coming in
ammo,
from the south.
0, 5, 4, 3, 13 hit points. Oh, 13 hit points.
Wow.
Get a repair pack. Quick, quick, quick. There's the
Do
same
they
attack.
have repair packs researched, though? That's the next question.
Oh, don't you get repair packs via default? I think you do, don't you? I don't know. It turns out I can access everything. Okay, one gun gone in the south because it ran out of ammo. Phoenix
And
coming
we
down
have
here
2
with
gone in the north.
Belt.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. Oh no, he's got an SMG. He's got an SMG. Phoenix got an SMG.
Well, I think they got their military 2 research done pretty quickly. So
Yeah, he was firing with a pistol, so he'd obviously crafted. He just hadn't put the ammo in the right slot.
Whoops.
All right, so North is up and running. They are going to have a full belt of iron. That's going to be a significant boost.
Yes.
South has got a radar down, which is nice. We won't get the radar coverage, but they will, obviously. And if Team North throws a fish as it explores a new chunk, they'll get to see that as well, I think.
Oh, look, they have a nice handy uranium patch up there that will never be touched.
Don't say that. Don't say that. You never know. You never know. Uranium ammo is really good.
This is true. It is very good. Yeah, the crazy building speed. I mean, to give you an idea, right now, the North team has some of the speed running records. The 80% multiplayer, Macros has that with Pitta and Kobai, both on that North team. They have number 1 and number 2 spots at 1 hour, 13 minutes, 52 seconds to launch a rocket from starting with nothing. That is insane.
Everybody's about to die, and Anti just hit the pause button because Drax is being dropped, has been dropped. Annie, you left it too long. I would have paused way sooner than that.
Yeah, it says since we're paused here, I mean, I'm just going to go through here real quick. What do we have? Get on track like a pro. We have, I mean, this is getting on rails, getting a train on rails. The achievement is to do it within 90 minutes. And the number 4 spot is held by Macros as well at 23 minutes and 41 seconds.
That is to build a train and have it down. Drops fine. Nope. Nope. I'd be pausing and waiting for him to come back. 5 minutes.
I mean, and the SteelAxe. This is just getting the SteelAxe. The SteelAxe research. Number 2 is held by LHax Q, which again he held that for 3 months and was just broken in under 9 minutes. Default multiplayer. So this is no changes at all made to the map. Pitta holds that number 1 spot in just under 3 hours, which seems like it's slow compared to the other speedruns. However, the ore patches are spread out. They're not very dense.
You have no idea what the map's going to look like until you click go.
Yep. And I mean, it's definitely insane. I mean, Macros holds the number 2 for the duo. So 2 people, not a lot of people, not up to 8 people. 2 people. 1 hour and 33 minutes, 32 seconds. That's 2 people. Sure, the any percent is decent, but I mean it's not too far off that. But it's still, let's see, what is the fastest speed run right now? Any percent single person playing is 1 hour, 34 minutes, 34 seconds.
Yeah, it's long enough you could buy the game, play it start to end, and then get a refund from Steam.
Yes.
Like, technically, Woob offers a 30-day refund. You could actually buy the game, learn how to speedrun, get a record, and get a refund. North has an admin on their team. Well, North has an admin shoutcasting. Which is, I agree with my chat. It's a little bit biased, but sure. Okay, so Drax is back. His internet popped. He's probably on that high quality Australian internet again. Hey, Nancy, how you doing? Auntie does have admin. He can pause. I can't.
It looks like Team South has spent some of their science to evolve Team PLMLA's biters.
Can we...
I didn't see when they threw those.
There we go. Logs. Timbo's sent some green packs. Wow. 20 minutes ago.
Some green packs.
No. So 20 minutes into the game.
Okay, and I didn't set up a timer at all, so
I didn't either.
We are 20 minutes and 18 seconds into the game, so it just happened.
So 19 minutes. 19 minutes he threw 15 and 12 and then another 18. So he is slowly pushing the other team's Evo up.
Okay, so since I've had a bunch of people join me, and I'm sure you probably have as well, JD, just as a quick reminder, this is PvE VP.
Correct.
So it's mostly player versus... Oh, Team North is getting a big attack on their new smelter setup. And a couple grenades going out by Aceto takes care of that. All right. So it's player versus environment. You're playing only against the environment. However, the other team, which is playing at the same time, can take some of the excess science they have and spend it to evolve your biters, which also adds some threat, which means that you get a bigger wave of biters. So it's normal playthrough. However, you got to get a lot of science up. You also have to get your defense up because your enemy team is going to be activating your biters. So there's no direct PvP action.
No.
That's why we say PvE VP.
Yes, because Factorio is really not designed for PvP because your player has like 150 hit points and the long story of the game is designed to take down behemoths at like 3,000 hit points. So PvP does not work. We found that out. But PvE VP does work.
Yes.
And the Evo is definitely offset at this point. We're at 4.5 in the south, so they haven't had any packs thrown at them yet. And in the north, they're up to 9%. So there we go.
Oh, there's the first throw from the north side.
Yep, that's
and 69 green flasks. Nice. So now we see the evolution being much closer. Now, when you throw the green packs, it also increases the threat. The threat is what the biters use to actually send an attack to you. When you kill biters, threat goes down. When biters basically just keep building up, you'll see that threat climbing, and the bigger the threat is, the bigger the group of biters that will come and attack you.
Yes. All right. So basically throwing the environment at your enemy's faces. Yes, basically.
So since we have that throw that just came from the north, we should see an attack coming on the south team any moment now.
Their threat's at 600, so their threat is very high, which means there is some significant biters on their way. Meanwhile, North has a threat of 77. It's low, it's fine. It'll get dealt with. And it will slowly creep up over time.
If you look at north side, Pitta has done something I was just about to talk about. Sometimes you'll have one person go up and just start taking out biters. That reduces the threat, so your base doesn't get attacked. So what you're going to see Pitta doing is grabbing as many fish. So you just grab some fish. This way you can be chewing on fish while the biters are attacking you and not actually take some damage. Also, you see some of this wreck that he just passed by. Some of this wreck will frequently have items in it.
Most of it's
I don't know if either he has already grabbed it or it's not showing.
The scrap is random. And 9 times out of 10, it's garbage. Occasionally, you get some good stuff, but 9 times out of 10, it's garbage.
Yep. So even though Team PLMA's Evo is higher, their threat with being much lower, the biters won't actually form an attack to come at their base.
No.
So this is a strategy we've seen to be very successful on a few other biter battle teams.
Yep. Threat farming.
Yep.
So Pitter's going to grab as many biters and then 1 grenade. Done. Problem solved.
So that's the cheapest way to do it. Like you said, just grab them all, round them up, chew on some fish, and then pop right about now. Yep. There it is. He doesn't need to worry about killing the spawners. A spawner, when you kill a spawner, it actually produces a big group of biters, and it doesn't reduce your threat by that much. So there's really no reason to kill.
It reduces it by 500, unless things have changed. It used to reduce it by 500, and killing a player would reduce it by 1,000. Don't ask me how I know.
So he's got a big group, and 1 grenade takes care of all of that.
Yeah, and south, whoa, 300. So north has got a giant green science. They're just pumping out the green science, and you'll love the build if you have a look at it. It is throw inserters, throw in belts, and then input and output all on the same belt, and whatever passes through the end just gets picked up, thrown in boxes. So, you know, a couple of extra inserters, a couple of extra belts in the boxes, it's fine.
Yep.
And take a look at Team South. Start rushing military if they didn't really leave themselves any room. Okay.
Now Team South, they're hand feeding all of their production, so they're still doing things, but they're not producing at the scale. So we're gonna see.
Are going straight to military from looks of it. They're skipping green science.
This is true.
And they're going straight to military.
And let's see, the military is worth.
We have a dead pitter who had, I saw 180 fish in his inventory. That's all I saw.
Yeah, it's worth. Now, to give you an idea, green is worth 31 points.
Yeah.
Military is worth almost 5 times that. So if they get this military set up, they need to throw 5 times fewer packs to get the same amount of threat and evolution. No, if you die, no, you still respawn. See, Pit is back up here. Probably going to go ahead and grab a bunch of ammo again.
Doubt he's going to go recover his body. I expect him to go back to threat farming, but I don't think he'll bother collecting his body. It's too far away.
And we have another attack coming in from the right side on North team, but it's hitting the single turret they have set up, which is now dead.
No ammo. And the next one's about to die.
Yep.
We got 2 players.
And here comes Macros to take care of that.
No, one of them's.
But now we have the whole team coming in to try to take it out. So that's another beautiful thing about sending attacks, is it pulls people from the other team away from their building. So it slows their building down.
Yes. And you
big attack on the south.
There we go.
Big attack on the south.
There's some of the threat. 1 grenade.
And another. Oh, look at the size of that attack now coming. It's here.
Yeah, that's why when you save up lots and lots of packs, throw them all at once, get that threat number high, and then hopefully send in large waves. Here we go. We got the 3rd one coming in.
All right. And we are over 17% evolution, so we should be seeing medium biters coming in right now.
Ooh.
I think these are all
Phoenix
still small, but
Phoenix. Oh no! Somebody saved him with a grenade. Phoenix might be dead a second time.
No, he's eating fish.
Okay, so Phoenix he's not even holding the spacebar.
No, what's? Oh, there we go. Someone saved him.
But yeah, they lost.
Yeah, you can just use a spacebar and use your pickaxe and start beating on things.
Yeah, it's the champion way of doing things.
But look at the damage, and look how many people it took away to solve that
got
attack.
Another one come in. Tim's gonna have to deal with that by himself because he's so far away from everybody else. Yeah.
If he's got grenades, which I think he does.
He does, but it's gonna do some damage. And if it doesn't do some damage, he's gonna do damage. No, he's dragging him away slowly.
Yep.
But you might notice
he's managed to clear that pretty well.
They're not dying.
And you got these speeders up here that are just saying, screw these trees, we're taking them down.
Yeah, but you also notice they're not dying with 1 grenade anymore. So they've had that hit point bonus. So 1 grenade does not do the job anymore. It's going to be probably 2 grenades now. Yep. So it's 2 grenades to kill small biters now. That's a bit of a change.
Okay, now if you look at the evolution, Team Roughnecks, their evolution is almost twice what Team SteelAxe is.
Yeah. And if they don't get that military science up and running soon, it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game.
And what are we at right now? We are at the 30-minute mark, and my prediction was around 45 minutes.
It was?
Yeah, I'm saying about 45 minutes to finish this game, and we'll see.
I think you're a bit early. I think it'll be an hour.
I mean, I can definitely see an hour happening.
All right, so Peter is wandering back towards his body.
And they're starting to take down some of that that green build. In fact, they have stopped the green build.
Yep, so the idea is you get...
They're changing...
Yeah, you swap it across to military. So the idea is to get a very, very quick and easy green build and then harvest half of it, or all of it actually, and swap it across to military. All right, so we can see there's yellow ammo going on that belt, which is then going to get converted to AP ammo and output onto this belt and then fed... I have no idea.
Oh, Team North getting attacked. Hax looks like he's got that covered pretty well.
Yeah, look at all the damage belts.
Damage belts still work just as well as the regular belts.
Yep.
So.
What belt only needs 1 hit point. That's all it needs.
Wait a second, JD, weren't you saved once by some belts in a biter battle?
Yes.
Like the biters just said, you know what, these belts next to the turret.
Silo. Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna just chew on these belts for a while.
Yeah.
Instead of actually attacking the silo, which was completely undefended.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's not my problem. The biters are stupid.
235 more green packs just sent from the team SteelAxe.
Yeah.
So again, we are looking at 22.6% Evo for South again, which we're definitely going to start seeing some medium biters. Which, what do we got here? Hold on a second. Changes.
Oh, Peter's got to his body. He's grabbed his body.
Hey, that's a lot of fish.
It is. All
right, so medium biters are, what is that? 40% stronger and 2.2 times more hit points.
Correct. At 40%
here we go.
Evo.
Yep, we have our first medium spitters coming in on Team South.
Yeah. Which is, so at the moment everything is a 2 grenade kill. Okay, 2 grenades is dead. So they're going to start pumping through grenades as long as you can keep laying down fish to make sure you have hit points and trying to stay out of the acid. You should be fine. Meanwhile, it's just going through grenades left, right, and center.
Now they have grenades set up and have been for a little while, although they're not automated yet. They're not automated yet.
South's got them automated right there.
Yeah, it's still hand-fed though.
Yeah.
So it's not really automated yet.
Hey, they've got 35 packs. They've got 35 packs. So North is still spying.
Ooh.
Peter's coming back, is he?
Oh, another big attack coming in on the North. Yep. It's still small though, so.
Thanks, Take a Bear, for the 3 gifted. Penguin, Lamoto, and Mr. Whip. Each one of you should bend over backward right now and say thanks to Take a Bear. Thank you so much, mate.
That was easily handled by Team North again because they're ready to go already. They have.
Yeah, they've gone straight to military. They've gone serious military. We're going to start seeing some serious packs start popping at the bottom. Along with that, it should overproduce in grenades, so they should be able to come down the bottom here and grab AP ammo, walls, and grenades. If they stop eating
What are they missing for? Oh, they're missing grenades being put directly in. So grenades
are dumped onto the same belt.
Put in.
It's all dumped on the same belt. It's.
Oh, it is dumped straight to the same belt. Okay.
Yeah, it's a weird build, but when you say, oh, that's an attack and a half. Oh, the silo. 7 ammo, 6 ammo.
The silo is now under attack for Team North.
Down.
And if they ignore that, then that could definitely be game over, and their own grenade just damaged the silo slightly. However, silos can be repaired.
Oh, Macross in with the save. Okay, so North has already got themselves in a little bit of trouble. They saved it. Are we going to see packs getting thrown north to south? Timon, no!
South did throw some additional juice here. They threw 58 military science packs just a moment ago, which is what brought their Evo up to almost the point where they're going to start seeing some medium biters.
So we've
Not quite there yet.
North has sent 18 military. South has sent 97 military.
Yep, South
already.
just sent 39 more military flasks. So
Yeah.
again, that's a big bump. So now we're getting back close to even.
So 39 military science packs took the Evo up 2.2%. And took the threat up 153 points. So not that much.
Now, Macros just sent, from Team North, just sent 50 more juice down to the south, so it bumps their evolution up again. Oh, Team North has a big attack coming in. Still all small biters, though, so easy to have 2 grenades, completed everything there.
Yeah, have to get,
Hello,
there we go,
my
Team
friend.
North over.
Stay a while and listen.
20% Evo. So now they have to deal with the stronger biters that do.
Yep.
Laura Main, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome.
The evolution is relatively close. Team South just sent 35 military. Now, I experienced
South is having some problems.
It's not worth sending the 10 and 20 packs. Just wait a little bit longer. Send a big chunk at once. Otherwise, the tax, it's just more distracting than anything.
There's 2 thoughts. There's either send packs, small packs, often packs, keep throwing the packs, and slowly, make sure that the Evo goes up continuously, consistently, along with a threat, or save big, throw big. All right? And
Timinator is under some attack by himself, but it looks like he's slowly handling it. The biters aren't really doing much for him.
Oh, we've got another loss on the South team. South's having some issues.
Oh, South's got some big issues.
North is not that much better, to be honest. They've ringed the silo with walls,
look at that.
But then there's a pile of spitters, which, funnily enough, shoot over walls.
All right. Yeah, both teams are struggling. But Team North is still dealing mostly with small spitters.
Yeah, Pitter is still threat farming as best as he possibly can. He's probably at the point where he should be heading back by now. He's just not as effective as he was.
Yes.
But it's a long way back. Yes, South has got spit everywhere. And of course,
it's dangerous because you walk through that.
Yeah, and the more they spread out their biters, the less effective grenades are. Not to mention, when you respawn, you generally start with nothing.
You got 10 ammo and a pistol.
I don't know whether you do, actually. Normally, you start with nothing. You start naked.
Ooh. Yeah, Team South has lost 4 guys now.
We could be in a downward spiral for the South team.
Yeah, as long as Team North can keep throwing threat, but they're being attacked as well. They're having some trouble. Yeah, Pitta has come back to the base.
Yeah, called it. Yeah, there's a couple of holes. Oh no, they're adding more. So North is really at the point. Oh, silo, South
silo. They're not attacking.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, they're attacking the boxes. Oh yeah. Oh, they're down to half health.
There we go.
I think we're.
Oh.
Might have saved it.
Quick, get a repair pack.
Yeah, you gotta repair that.
It's got 5,000 hit points.
Got one biter still just gnawing away at it. I think this is it, everybody.
This could be it.
Team North is fine. Yeah, it's Team South, and there it is. GG.
Well done, boys. With fish everywhere.
Time is 38 minutes, 11 seconds. 38 minutes, 11 seconds.
Okay, so I've got to work out how to do this prediction thing. Yeah, blah, 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 blah.
Now we got one more match happening after this one. This was the quarterfinals. We have another match happening here in a little bit. They go into the semifinals. Apparently there is the biter battle. If you go to biterbattles.org, there's gonna be another battle or an open battle happening after this. Whoops. That was very good. Very good match.
It was a very, very good match. All right. We have Captain's Mode at 11 a.m., 6 p.m. CET on Saturday. Have any suggestions? It was a very, very close match. And yeah, I need to close the predictions. I don't know how to close the predictions.
I didn't either. I didn't bother with that. So, but yeah, that's one match, and the next match is going to happen in about
Hour and a half?
it's about an hour and a half. Yeah, hour and a
Yeah.
half. Yep. Yes, we got 1.5 hours for the next one. This is a really fun concept. Unfortunately, I'm not very good at it because I just haven't done a whole lot of speed running in the past.
It's not necessarily about speedrunning. We entered the beta battles long time ago, and it was a lot of fun. It is a mix between combat and speed running. Very much a mix. And
Well, my thought on it is if you're bad at speed running, you're going to have a hard time in this.
if you're bad at speed running but good at combat,
Even then, I don't think so, because you have to be able to build quickly. Because if you don't build quickly, then you end up in a situation where the other team who can and is building quickly can just overrun you. They keep throwing those packs, and you do nothing but fight. And it comes to a point you can't fight anymore, like we saw in this battle here. Team South was doing okay, but they ran into a situation where they were spending too much time defending, and then they were spending all their time defending, and were having trouble doing that. So,
good luck in your next match. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's being good at combat definitely helps. Like when we were doing matches, they were longer, yes. So we would suffer in the early game, but as soon as we got into the real meat of the combat, medium biters, etc., we were fine. It was
100%.
yeah. It Biter Battles is an interesting game mode. Very interesting game mode. It's why Comfy, they do these custom scenarios. It's like a mod. We don't have to download the mods. You just join the game and it's all included in the same file. So, yeah. Ilian, it looks like this format's too fast for that. I don't know. If both teams had held on a little bit longer, they would have gotten to a steady flow. So they need to have guns up and running.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
They need to have a belt-fed guns. They need to have walls. They need to rely less on grenades. So anybody going into the next bracket,
what I've found, at least in the past, is turrets are good with the yellow ammo when dealing with small biters. And making those little pillboxes are a great way to do it, where it'll draw the biters into those pillboxes, assuming you got them spaced out, appropriately. But once you reach big biters, if you don't have piercing ammo in there, you might as well not even have the turrets at all. So, and we get to those medium biters at 17% evolution. That is so fast. So turrets are, again, almost useless.
No, they're good at distracting and they're good at doing some damage. That's the thing. They do some damage.
But is that distraction worth the expense that it costs to make the turrets as well as make the ammo?
Yes. Anything's worth it if you live longer. Anything's worth it.
Very good. That is a very good statement. Very good statement.
It's like you make burner miner drills, early game. They have no upgrade path. They're absolutely useless. So do you make 4? 1 for iron, 1 for copper, 1 for stone, and 1 for coal, and that's all you make for the whole game? Or do you make 30 of them to get through the early game faster, and then accept that all that early iron was just wasted? And the answer is, you make 30 of them.
Like like somebody here on my channel said, you can use those burner miner drills as walls later on, or at least as minor distractions, because the fighters can still path between them.
Only use them as walls if you happen to put them on a patch, because they're burner miner drills. They only go on patches.
This is true. Very good call. Very good call.
So, yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna have to do that, Appo. But yeah, they only work if they go on patches, which that would have been good for that mixed patch that we had sitting over there. But there wasn't a ton of stuff coming from over there anyway, and those miners would be better off actually doing something. If you're gonna spend the time to put them down over there, you might as well do something with them.
Look, if whenever I'm starting a game, if I start pulling up the burner miners, and they go and do one of two things. They either go and start making brick, because brick will never hurt, or I put them back down on coal, and I just have them output to a belt, and get my early coal to get my early power up and running just on burner miners, because they're already crafted, and that means I can put more electric miners over on iron and get iron up and running. But the same thing happens here. Like, you need to decide how much resources we're going to spend on throwing against the other team, and how much resources we're going to spend on defending. And when we were doing it, we weren't a speedrunning team. We were definitely not a speedrunning team. We didn't throw a single thing. We went all defensive, because we knew we'd need those resources for defense. Once we had a defense up and running, and we had flamethrowers and everything else, then we started producing packs, and we produced a lot of packs and started throwing them non-stop, which meant the other team's Evo caught up really quickly. On top of that, we had a lot of infrastructure, so we're throwing packs often and hard, so their threat went through the roof. All right?
By the way, I've got up on my screen right now how JD is not a speedrunner. I've got up on the screen first place, second place, third place, fourth place, fifth place, sixth place, seventh place, eighth place, ninth place, 10th place, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14,
Can I just
15,
add that
16,
that's with like
17.
20 to 40 players, all right? Not 5.
This is true. This is true. But the same process happens. I mean, you have your speedrun multiplayer at 1 hour and 20 minutes.
I know. It's insane.
So, I mean, I'm just going to point that out. Now, you joined me last year for my 3-year stream anniversary when I did a massive multiplayer. And I'm glad you did, because my brain was a little fried at that point. Yeah, but that was still 4 hours, 19 minutes, and 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And that was with 12 of us, and it still took 4 hours.
Yep.
Now, my crew, I'm sure, was not quite as organized as yours was, but
hey,
it is.
We had organized blueprints. We had people in charge of yelling. But the funny thing was, I was streaming that like on the weekends, and we'd be like, Friday night, okay, we're going to do a speed run. Somebody else has the blueprints, right? They're yelling, I'm yelling, and then whoever joined, because it was open to everybody, whoever joined. All right. So if you look at each one of those, the player list changes a lot between one match and the next match. Because it was whoever was free on a Friday or a Saturday or a Sunday night. All right.
By the way, I hear that Clowntown's game just ended. I don't know who the winner is at this point, but
I don't know.
Yeah, the bracket has not yet been updated for Our Battle or Clowntown's, so it'll be interesting. Next match should be good. Next match should be pretty good. We have SteelAxe Banana versus SteelAxe Plmla.
I wonder if they're going to move the times up. Okay, so speed run. Where are we? Blah, 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 blah. Category extensions. Is that where it's hidden? No. New game plus massive multiplayer. That's it. Yeah. We had some speedrunning runs.
All right, so that if you look at this map here would have produced a bit of a different result, because you have these big patches. Now again, they're still not super dense.
This looks like non-tournament mode.
and that could very well be. But nice big patches. So JD is not a general, but a sergeant. He's good at giving commands, saying, "I need this. Somebody go get it," and then people do.
Yes.
So he's like that general, which may not be the most the best leader, but he's got loyal troops that people are like, "You need this, I got it, I'm on it," and they do it. So
it was the speed running attempts. Look, I don't even remember the first one. Actually, I do remember the first one. It was on version 17 or 18. How do I look at old speedruns?
I think you have to manually change the under the filter. Yeah, filter. There's a version you can select.
But I can't. 18. There we go. So our first run was 2 hours and 46 minutes. And I was super proud because it was done the last day before version 1.0 came out, because we knew when it was coming out, and we beat Clowntown by 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah. The next battle is happening in 23 minutes.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yep.
Jenny
Not
is
1
the
hour and whatever we
master
thought.
cat herder. Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely herding kittens. It was